Hello everyone, Gilbert here. Welcome to Red Dragon Model Works. Hope your weekend is going well. As you can see from out the window, we got some crazy weather here in Chicago. But that's not what this is about. Some of you know I had this idea after I saw a picture on Facebook from Hasagawa of his model was called Creeping Death. It's a 109 and he made a car out of it. And when I saw that video, or that picture, it just, as Dr. Cranky says, it stayed with me. So I have a whole series of these that I'd like to do. I finished the 109, as you can see in the archives there. I've got a video of that. But I'm working on another one. And I was going to do a Stuka, but I'm going to let that one sit for a little bit because my good friend Virgil, Dr. Cranky, is going to do a Stuka, and I'd like to see what he does with his. So I don't want them to coincide. Not that there's a problem and Dr. Cranky's not like that. I just would like to do something different because he's doing a Stuka. I want to do something else. And I'd like to thank Virgil, Dr. Cranky, for the very, very kind words, you know, that I was humbled. I was humbled to be in the same... mentioned in the same breath as Dulong and Gune. I was very humbled by that. But my next project for a car is this one. It's a 148 Hasagawa P51 Mustang. So I've already started a little bit, and I'd like to show you guys what I've gotten done. And I'm going to do a video series on this. As the other one, I didn't do a complete build on it, but I'd like to show you guys how I do this one. So if you give me a second, I'm going to flip this around, bring it in, and show you where I'm at right now. As you can see, the mess on my desk here. I'll be right back. All right, as you see, here's the kit. This is the kit I'm going to be using. I got this from Freddie Duarte. Thank you, Freddie. And it was taken off the sprues and everything, but the other one was already built, the 109. This one, the Revell that I did, this one's not. So I'm going to be able to do a little bit of other things with this one that I wasn't able to do with the other one without having to take it apart. So again, the donor kit for this is going to be a Hasagawa P51D. It's a 148 scale. It's a great kit if you want to build a plane, but for what I want, it's going to be even, you know, it's got some really nice detail, and I'll show you guys. As you can see, let me get these here so I can show you guys what I've already started. Okay, this went here. As you can see, what I've done is it's just taped together, but I glued the wings. This is just taped in there, so it's not being held in there. And I marked off, I glued these together, and I marked off the angle of what I wanted to do. I used tape, and I marked it off, and I used my saw to cut, you know, the markings that I wanted, and to cut where I wanted it at, and took off the wings. Now, I'm going to save these parts because I've got an idea to make a little drone out of it. And as you can see, I'm going to do it this way, use those, you know, as exhaust ports, but I'm going to make a drone out of this. So this I'm going to save, because it can be used. Either that, or I can use this for another kit bash that I'm doing. So don't throw these out, guys. Once you glue them together, you can always piece of strip styrene in here and reuse them. So this is where I find myself right now with it. This is the angle I want. So before I do anything, I'm going to, again, it's just taped in there. This is not glued down because I still need to put the cockpit in. But this can come out, and then I'll put a flat piece of strip styrene in here after I sand this down, and then put a flat piece of strip styrene, glue that down, and then put the bolt detail in there. This will all have to be filled in, as you see here. I'll use some. Here, let me get the better light in here. Excuse me, guys. All right, get a better light there. I don't know if you can see that. Darn light. There we go. As you can see, I'm going to have to fill all this in. and then, you know, smooth that down. But what I think I'm going to do is just take some strip styrene and cut it to fit in here, and then some bolt detail to look like, you know, that was covered up with a piece of, you know, like sheet metal or something. Also, I think I might even, right here, where the exhausts are normally on this plane, I'm going to cover that up so you don't see that, and then maybe add something here sticking out, and then run my exhausts from here, maybe either down here and out, coming down this way, or through the side here and out. I'll have to take a look, because again, I'm going to have to use the tires. The front axle will be here. The rear axle be somewhere about here. So as you can see, I'm in the planning stages for it now. So there we are. As far as this tail is concerned, I'm thinking, here we go. Let me get this out of the way here. I'm thinking that I'm going to keep the tail fins on there. I think I'm missing one though. There's one here. Let's see. Again, I got this kit from Freddie Duarte. Oh, there it is. Okay. Here's let me cut that from the sprue real quick, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. What I'm thinking, and again, it's in the planning stages, so we all know how that goes. You see, I got a mess here. I'm thinking of leaving these on here and maybe cut them down at an angle, some kind of an angle. I don't know yet. Like leave these here, and then cut them down like little stubs, almost in the same angle. I don't know if I want that same angle or just bring them straight back, because I got an idea of something to mount back here. So I've got an idea, instead of them being flat like this here, as you see what I'm doing, I'll bring them up on an angle a little bit like that there. But I don't want them to stick out so wide. And again, maybe. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I might just leave them on there. As far as the tail is concerned, I don't want the tail on there, so that's going to be cut down. Now, I'm thinking to try to follow this line right here and then bring it up like so. Leave the fin there, but bring this up a little bit. And I just want to leave that there as a little, you know. Again, this is it's not so, as Dr. Cranky says, man, it works because I say it works. So what I think I want to do is, as you can see, I'll probably cut that on that angle, somewhere like that. Or just shave it all the way down, straight back like that. Don't know yet. I'm still thinking about that. And if I shave that down like that, I'll have to bring these down to little stubs, maybe about that wide, about right there. So about maybe a ½ inch. So, but there's that. This is what we're going to go with. Now, I haven't come up with a name for this one yet, but it's coming. I'll think of something. But yeah, this is going to be my next one. Now this one, again, you'll have the rear, the axle will be sitting somewhere back here. Front axle will be right about here. Either I'll probably have the exhaust ports like sticking right out of here, and then put some pipes coming out of there. But yeah, this is going to be my next project. So again, I haven't come up with a name with it yet. I don't know what I want to call her. I'll come up with something. But there it is, guys. This is the next one. This is the other little kit bash that I'm going to do and make a car out of it. It's a P51D Mustang. And this will be the next one. So if you stick around, I'm going to have a build series on these. And I'll try to take you through the process as I do them. At least at my thinking on it and what I go through. I still have to find a donor kit for the rear axle and the front axle. I'm going to try to get it in scale at least. But yeah, this is the new one. I kind of like the way I did this here. I've got an idea of what I want to do with these, and there'll be more on that a little later. But when you guys are cutting this, you got to be real careful, because once you glue it, you see that little wobble there, and I broke a piece here. But that's okay. I can fill that in once I put the strip styrene there. A little putty will fill that in, and But yeah, the cool thing about this is I'll be able to sit. Like back here, the differential will be able to sit like right up inside here of whatever I do, and I can work around it, So the differential I'll be able to hide the rear differential up inside the rear end of this fuselage. But there it is. Be back in a second. So that's it. That's the new one. I'll come up with a name for it in a little bit. I've got a couple of them floating around in my head, and I'm going to toss them by Mama there. See what she thinks of them, and then I'll throw them on there. It can always change, so we never know. So that's my new one, Doc, and all you guys out there. If you got a plane, you guys want to do something like this, they're fun to do, man. I encourage you, join me, man. I mean, let those creative juices flow. I know my brother CK Philly, I think he's gonna do one. I know Doc said he was gonna do do one of his own, Blitzkrieg. So we'll see. Yeah, they're fun to do, guys. So if you got a kit there, I wouldn't. If you guys are plane builders and you see these really nice kits, I wouldn't use a real expensive one, guys. Try to find yourself one that you don't mind chopping up. So the other thing I'm working on is Brian's, the thing for the Atomic Dog Appreciation build for Brian. I started painting this little guy. It's rough paint right now. I still got to do all the blending and fix the eyes and around the face and all that. So it's not, by no means is it perfect, but we're getting there. I did this while we were in the hangout yesterday, just monkeying around with it. So that's going to be my project there. I'm going to start working on this. Well, I started today, and now I'm going to have to see what kind of donor kit I can find for a car. I think with this one I wanted, I'm not going to beat it up as much. So it's going to be nicely, done. It's not going to be all beat up. And I still haven't figured out a color scheme with it yet, but that'll all evolve as we go along. So, again, I'd like to thank Dr. Cranky for that shout out, man. It was humbling. It was much appreciated. Didn't know what to say, so thanks, Doc. Thank you for everyone for all the kind words for blasphemy. Now we're going to start on this one, guys. So stick around, man. Tune in, man. I'll have more updates on this and a couple of build videos and how I'm, my process on it. So until then, man, you guys have a great week. I hope your weekend was great. Have a great week. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Be kind, to one another. Good to your families. Love your children, guys. And, enjoy your hobbies, guys. This is a great hobby. It's a great community, and I'm honored to be a part of it. This is Red Dragon saying peace. You guys have a good one. Ciao.